Day 18, multi-generational perspective. I was raised with an appreciation for my family's history. From a young age, I was taught to value the stories of my ancestors, and as I've grown, I've done my best to collect and preserve those stories. There's something about knowing where you come from, understanding the roots that anchor you, that give you life a richer, more meaningful texture. However, my understanding becomes faint after about 3 generations back. Sure, I know the names and important dates stretching back at least 20 generations, but when it comes to the details, their lives, their pursuits, their passions, it's mostly guesswork. I know enough to sketch a rough outline, but the deeper stories are missing and they're lost to time. When I think about seeking purpose in life, I often reflect on the significance of a multi generational outlook. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of fame and fortune and all the things that seem so crucial in our current life. We all know how fleeting those things truly are. The end of our lives, we take none of it with us. It fades away just as the seasons do. Yet, what does survive are the generations that follow us. They carry pieces of our legacy. But for how long? How long will they remember your story? How long will they know who you were and what you stood for? Is it 1 generation, two, maybe three if you're lucky? The reality is that most of us will be forgotten as the details of our lives blur over time. But that doesn't mean we should stop trying to leave something lasting behind. On my mother's side, one of my forebears, Soren, understood this. He kept a journal, a simple record of his life, and in it he recorded his immigration to the United States. He must have known the importance of documenting his experience, realizing it would matter to those who came after him. Because of this record, my children now have the opportunity to read his words and get a glimpse into his life. That journal has lasted for 5 generations now. The land he owned, the property he worked for, none of that survived. The only things left are his descendants and that journal. When you embrace a multi-generational outlook, you begin to see past the temporary and fleeting nature of a single lifetime. Suddenly, you're not just living for today or even for yourself. You're thinking ahead, planning for a legacy that extends 6, 7, maybe even 8 generations down the line. What you leave behind might not be money, property, or fame. It could be your values, your stories, or the impact you made in the lives of those around you. If you can set your sights on accomplishment that will outlast you by at least 6 generations, it will change your perspective. It shifts your focus from immediate success to lasting significance. What can you do today that your great great grandchildren will thank you for? How can you make choices that ripple beyond your lifetime? Maybe it's writing down your story like my grandfather Soren did. Perhaps it's investing time in your children, instilling values that will shape generations to come. This isn't just about being remembered, it's about making your life count in ways that go beyond the fleeting markers of success we often chase. A multi generational outlook isn't just a strategy, it's a mindset that transforms how you live each day. And when you start thinking this way, you realize that most meaningful legacy isn't the one that ends with you, it's the one that continues long after you are gone.